many of our customers are hospital systems, and most hospitals have research departments, but they also have medical imaging, and imaging often has large amounts of data. And regardless of the image format you use, you quite often there's an imaging system, like maybe a Philips digital imaging system, that is keep maintaining the images, but usually there's a second tier of storage behind that imaging system, and that second tier of storage is typically file storage inside your data center. And a lot of the data sitting on that file storage is actually cold data. Quite often, 90% plus of the images sitting on that file storage haven't been touched in over a year. And so this hospital system uses Komprise to actually transparently take data from that second tier of file storage. So it's not the hot storage that is accessed in within seconds by the pathology application. It is actually the tier behind that. So warm data goes from the hot tier to the warm file storage on premise through the pathology application. Komprise takes that data that's cold on that warm storage and transparently puts that in the cloud. So the second tier actually now has transparent, file management. And all of this is fully transparent to the radiologists, pathologists, and all the doctors. There's no change in their behavior. There's no change to the application. The PACS application is working exactly as before, and yet you have reduced over 80% of the costs because the cold images are no longer sitting in an expensive file storage and no longer getting backed up at the same frequency that the file storage is getting backed up.
Makes sense. So no disruption and not in the hot data path, really important points when you think about the Komprise solution. So if we summarize, I wanted to talk about a few of the other use cases, and I'll just build this out because we've talked about this a fair amount. The visibility we deliver and are focused on through analytics, mobility, a number of different use cases, and then the value. I think it's worth just talking about a few of the specific use cases. Like, for example, departmental usage analysis and showback. I know that one is one we see a lot of organizations moving to and taking advantage of Komprise for that.
Yeah, a lot of times in life sciences and healthcare organizations, there's a central IT team that's managing the infrastructure, but then there's a lot of departmental IT that actually work with the end users. And so having a way to collaborate between central IT and departmental IT is very important. And Komprise actually provides that. We couldn't get into all the details in this short demo, but in Komprise, you actually can set up multiple sites and you can set up multiple roles. And, where there's a central IT that is creating the policies, but then they can show back to their departmental users, and a departmental role that can come in and just see their own data and see how it's being managed. And they can even run queries and searches on it, create tags on it, but still the data management is governed by central IT. So it gives a good separation of powers and yet enables tight collaboration within the same environment.